Hi, good morning. How are you doing today? Hi. Good to see you there. Hi. Hi. You as well. Hi, I see you. You didn't think I did, but you're there. Good morning. Oh no. This is gonna be weird. Fally, can you cheese? I'll be right back. Hold on. They're in my pants. Yes. Damn it, Wolby.
Convert everything over, and we started yesterday.
Wait, why are you gonna flex on some kids?
Because it's what they deserve. I had to get something to drink so I could chase this bullshit. Dude, I'm ready to be blown away. But we're gonna be honest with ourselves here. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Don't forget to diddle your fiddles. I am a child. We got quesadillas. We got quesadillas. We got quesadillas. This is the shit that I be talking about when I talk about how my friends are gremlins. Absolute fucking gremlins. Exclamation mark, fuck. Gotta get ready for the weekly community water parch. Tim, I don't know where Michigan is. I'm having a problem. I can't word good. I gotta make this suspenseful. The good news is I clicked the wrong button. I don't know why. It must be the drugs. I don't mean to be this aggressive. Wolby. Yeah, so they're gonna have to say.
Here we go.
And then Sammy fucking explodes. Why? I'm not precious. Okay, maybe a little. Lucky, could you do me a favor? Could you click this for me? My nose is itchy, but I've got it.
Somebody's talking shit about you.
It's probably Wolby. Hi.
Deep rock.
What you say? That you only meant well.
Hi.
There's more makeup on the ceiling here.
Cause you did what you say. That it's all for the best.
That is the worst thing ever. Thank you so much for telling me that I'm muted. See, if I tell him his mic's muted, he won't believe me. I'm gonna make a change. When Wolby gets a nice thing, I take it away. Yeah, so I would have actually believed you because I had to actually put the slider down for my mic when I started streaming because I realized it was up and I don't want Amy to come and talk. I don't talk when the starting soon video is on. I didn't want her to come over and talk and y'all to hear her, so I had to make sure it was down. And I forgot to move it back up. That's my fault. Thank you, Mighty Mochi, for telling me. I appreciate that. You are a gem. Thank you. I have stuff everywhere. Okay. Yes, thank you.
Hey!
I was gonna tell you eventually. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a wonderful day over there in YouTube land. Hi, YouTube. How are y'all doing? Okay, so I just need to. I made a thing. Saturday? Friday. Maybe it was Friday. I made a thing. And I'm going to show it off here in a minute. I just need to Kofi reveal stuff. Save this. And what we're going to do. Thank you. I love the hair. The hair is fantastic. It's pretty great. I'm kind of looking forward to it fading out so I can, or I guess growing out, so I can cut it and dye it a different color. Because it's held really well, but now I'm ready to go to the next color, you know what I mean? All right, so we're gonna change how we do this. So I made this really cool thing. We're going to. Yes, I know how that sounded. I know. Does that not work? Hold on.
You don't love me.
I do love you. See, I knew I was gonna get some shit for that. Why does this failed to create OpenGL? You can fuck right off, Stream Deck. Stream Deck is disconnected. Well, it needs to connect the fuck back. Okay. We are now connected. OBS scenes, scene switch. Thank you. Okay. So, I think what we'll do, I'm gonna do this the worst way. We're going to.
Hope you like rainbows.
I do like rainbows. We're gonna edit our appearance. This is Kofi Go Away stuff. Okay, that's Kofi Go Away stuff. This is Kofi Reveal stuff. Okay, cool. So what we want is for this one to trigger on. I don't want it on a repeat. I want this to trigger on SAMMI trigger when the bridge connects. And then I want it to happen again if OBS connects. And the go away stuff.
Hey, Blue.
Hey Casper, welcome in. Rainbow, go for the lurk. What are we breaking? We're not breaking anything yet. We're not breaking anything yet. We want to do media pop-up move out. Let's change our setting. Kofi away. And this is going to be Kofi reveal. And we're going to copy that. Trigger button. Trigger button this. And we will delay the activation of this. We'll leave it there for 10 seconds. Save. And then on this, we will... This is the reveal. So we want to move in, and then we want to trigger a button. I've got this backwards. Okay, I have got this backwards. Kofi away. He's breaking everything, he's just not admitted to it yet. Yeah, that's fair, honestly. Kofi hide, donation revealed, yes. So, I want to trigger... I've got these backwards. I want to trigger this every... We'll say 90 seconds. And this I want to sit for 10 seconds. And I want the away to happen first. Okay, so this should work. If we run this, yes, it's an infinite loop. That's what I want. Yes, that's exactly what I want. I want this to trigger an infinite loop. Yeah, you are correct. So if I run this, it should start it. Oh my fucking god, that's not where that's supposed to be. This is why we can't have nice things. Why? Damn it. Okay, hold on. Let me turn the song down just a little bit. Hold on. I fucked it up. All right. That's all we're here to talk about. It's just how I fucked it up. Let's switch over to this scene real fast if that's okay. Filters. Okay, I want move up and move down, not move in, move out. That is weird.
That is weird.
If this is move in, then it should be move down. And if this is move out, then it should be move up. Save. Hey, Scrap. I'm here to watch Valley break stuff. Well, it worked. Okay. Let's go to our active buttons. Nothing is active right now. That's fantastic to know. Welcome in, Hellraiser. So there's still more time. There's more time. So if I do this, it should be running. Why can't I see it? Oh, because does the delay not show in the active buttons? Wolby, that's weird. I don't like that. It's weird because I can't see it in the active buttons list. Make it not do that. If you want it to show in active buttons, change the activation delay to a real delay. Fine. Fine, I'll do it like that. Should have worked the way I wanted it to. Save.
Look.
Welcome to the stream, Shades Lament. Okay, so the chatter button is currently... Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be up for 10 seconds. That's ideally how it should work. So if I run this... Okay. Perfect. And now it's gone away for 90 seconds. Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay. Now look to your right and say, hold on. Hold on now. Why did you come back? You're not supposed to come back for a while. So I installed Pokemon Purple Mushroom last week. So far I like it, but I like your non-affiliated catch lure system better. Is it fairly easy to set up? Maybe? If you want my exact setup, no. But if you want the chat commands, all you have to do is go to where the Twitch redemptions are, where the triggers are the redemptions, and change them to messages. This song is so loud in my ears. I did not do a repeat trigger on it. No. Yeah, so for like Game Start Lore, if you right click and go edit triggers, if you change that from the lore redemption to the chat command, then they can use the chat commands and do it. But anything, there should be, where is it? It's gonna be in my other Sammy. Sammy's gonna get mad when I do this. If I go here, here, here. Yeah, I screwed something up, I know. Sammy's still running start anyway, yes. Okay. Yeah, so for yours, it would be the Q system button right here. If you right click this and go to edit triggers, if you remove all of these and do exclamation mark catch, it should always throw a Pokeball. I could be wrong. There may be a fair number of changes that you have to do to make it work. Yeah. It may not work. I would, instead of removing everything, just add the commands in instead and see if using the chat commands works. There's a unique difference between the two at this point that I don't know what one has and what the other doesn't. But I would add the chat commands first just to make sure. And see what it tells you. But the issue with that is that it's always going to throw a regular ball. Yeah, it's probably trying to do refunds. Because it's probably trying to do this right here. Updating as fulfilled, because it always does this. And it's trying to fulfill something that doesn't exist, so you may just have to turn that off by just checking the little checkbox right there. And you may want to do that for any of the update redemption commands. Just hit the little checkbox for all of them, and that'll keep them from trying to do something without any information, because it's not going to know what the Poke Reward ID is. It's not going to know what the redeem ID is. It's not going to have any of that information. But just know, if you make extensive changes like that, every time I push out an update, if you update it, you're going to have to redo all of that stuff. So just be very aware of what changes you're making where, because that's going to be a thing. Okay, so let's close this, and let's figure out what the fuck I did. What did I do? Why is... This triggers on connected and the triggers on nothing. So why is this just constantly repeating? Also, on a catch, it says add points user 100. Is there some reward system that I need to add for my family for it to mean anything? No, that's, yeah, they're probably overlapping, Wolby, because I clicked it an extra time, so I'm just going to kill all the processes. That add points user 100 is for people that use Stream Elements loyalty and Stream Labs loyalty and possibly Nightbot loyalty. I know the first two and maybe Nightbot use the same chat command to add points for their loyalty point systems. So we added that in for anyone that's using those systems. So it automatically integrates into any point system that you already have that like rewards people for doing stuff. But you can just turn off the chat message that does that if you're not using those, and it won't do it. It won't hurt anything. Yeah. You can just turn it off. If you use Streamlabs loyalty, get out. Yeah, no, it's using Streamlabs is quote unquote fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But my specific version of the game is very different than the one that's out right now. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to turn.
Hey, look.
What's going on, HVD? How you doing, buddy? We might just need to turn everything off. So let's do that. Let's close this. Sorry, I literally just turned it off, Hellraiser. I'm so sorry. I know there's a lot wrong with Streamlabs, but I understand why people use it. It's easy to use. I understand.
Look.
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We're adding in a new function to our. Okay, it's working. I'm gonna make a change. When Wolby gets a nice thing, I take it away. We're working on a new function in SAMMI to reveal Ko-fi information, which is currently blank, but I also want to test some stuff out. So I'm gonna attempt to do a purchase on my own account. I don't know if that'll work, but I'm gonna attempt to do a purchase on my account on Ko-fi and see what information it gives me when somebody makes a shop purchase. But also, hopefully, yes, all the hey looks, I see everyone. Hopefully, whenever somebody subs for the first time, or purchases anything from Ko-fi, SAMMI will pick that information up and change some information in my OBS. So that's some small stuff we're going to be testing. It's basically the same with iPhone. It's overpriced, but it's easy to use. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Fally, don't forget the Twitch setting thing. See, Wolby, I need you to remind me what the hell you're talking about, because I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, look.
Shadow Enigma, welcome in. How you doing? So we should be getting a reveal here in 5 seconds. Why is it revealing now? Oh, that's how long. Okay, that's how long it lasts, and then it goes away. Okay, I'm doing great. We're testing some Ko-fi stuff, and then we're gonna go into some game dev. In Twitch connections, you were gonna tick join channel for Falfan. Why wouldn't I? I have no reason to tick this. Why would I say I'm gonna do that? Wolby, I'm confused. I don't think this needs to be checked. Oh, you asked if Foundry Fantasy is reading messages. You asked if Foundry Fantasy is reading messages sent to its chat. That's what you were asking. And I think I said I had to do this if I wanted it to do that. Right? I don't know why I would need to. What if you're baiting me into something, aren't you? You're baiting me into something. Okay. What are you baiting me into, Wolby? What are you doing in Foundry Fantasy's chat? For those of you in the group that are interested in Godot development and may have heard my project, Godot Manager shall be hopefully be released tonight. Fingers crossed we're testing on different platforms. Hell yes. Get it, Casper? He's always baiting you for... He really is. I've taken the bait, though. I've absolutely taken the bait. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, so every minute and a half... that should come down and reveal information about Ko-fi subs. It doesn't look great. I'm not a visual guy. I don't make cool looking stuff. I just make things that function sometimes. All right, I guess we're gonna let Wolby figure out what the hell he's doing. I don't know. Unless the bait is to make him think that I'm gonna do something, but it's a bluff. I don't believe you. I do not believe that this is a bluff. Okay. So we're going to open up Foundry Fantasy. I've been not testing. I haven't tested yet. I've been writing a function for the steal mechanic for the rogue, and it needs to be tested. So that's something we're going to be looking at today. So if we, that's also something I was working on too. Let's go here and turn all of these off. I was coming up with icons for some stuff, and I made a DPS icon. Let me save this. So this is when the thief gives a DPS buff to the party. We get this icon, and it will be over the head of everyone that has that temporary buff. And I think it's good. It looks like the Master Sword, but I think it's good. Why are you rioting, Wolby? Why? I don't understand. Okay, but before we do that, that's right. I said I was going to do this Ko-fi thing. Okay, we need to test some information on Ko-fi. If somebody would, because I don't think I can actually purchase my own thing on Ko-fi. If somebody could, go to my Ko-fi channel. Yes, I guess Ko-fi channel is the right way to phrase that. I have one thing on Ko-fi that anyone can purchase, and it's free. It's a it's the Harry Potter legacy blocking buttons for SAMMI. If somebody would just go and purchase it, $0. Don't pay for it. But purchase it, because it should send a signal to SAMMI and should relay Twitch chat, and it should give me some information. And I want to see that information. I want to know what it's going to give me. Done? Okay. It may take a moment for Ko-fi to send the information. So the reason why I can't test this with their API is if you emulate a shop purchase, their API treats it like a donation and sends you donation information, which is kind of dumb. Hold on. Are we... Hold on. This is supposed... Oh my god. This is supposed to trigger when the bridge is connected. It's supposed to trigger when OBS is connected. Run the damn button. Ko-fi connection has been opened. Okay. I am opening a ticket right now. Yes. I don't think it was triggering properly. I don't think it... You know what? We can actually... Hold on, let's move this back over again. We can test this by doing a chat message. Twitch chat message to Falconer's chat. Ko-fi has been linked. Waiting for new announcements. Save. Save. As far as I can tell, I am ready. Yes. I am ready. I wish SAMMI was as user-friendly as StreamerBot. I haven't used StreamerBot, so I don't know the differences. Hey, someone just bought something from our Ko-fi shop. Click the link to see what they got. Okay. So Wolby got it, $0. Question. It's probably not a good idea to put the name in there. I imagine. Because some people like put their actual names and stuff in there. Okay. Well, I wanted to have the link there so we could find out what they got. Oh. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this. This right here doesn't show who bought it. It just shows what was purchased and the date and how much they paid for it. But it doesn't have any personal information. Just like mine, it's my name. Yeah, I think this is fine, but this is also something I wanted to test because I wanted to know what that URL would show. Okay, yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, so we have a lot of information in there that's not like super relevant. Alert message. That's just to me. That's the default alert message, and then we have an announcement that gets sent. Okay. So we can save that. Now this is something we were working on. Is when someone subs, and I'm not telling y'all to do that, but I'm saying that if you want to, go check out Ko-fi. I should be able to pull the tier that you're subbing at and do an announcement in chat saying that not only have you subbed, but how many months that you've subbed. I think I may not be able to pull months. I think I can just pull whether or not this is a new sub or a recurring sub, and I can increase my sub count, which I'm going to be displaying somewhere. Somewhere I'm going to display the sub count total. But if somebody wants to test this today, let me know. And then we can make sure that it's holding the right information, sending the right information, variable names, all that stuff is right. Okay. Do I not have... I am not affiliated on Twitch. I unaffiliated back in
I was affiliate
June.
removed
Because affiliate fucking sucks, boy. Yes, I do not have channel points. So all the fun stuff that we do here on the channel are done through chat commands. So catching Pokemon is done with the catch command. There's a bunch of extra commands with the game, like luring Pokemon. So we have lure shiny, lure specific Pokemon. Why'd you unaffiliate? I disagree with Twitch's monetization strategy, which is essentially siphon all the money away from their creators as quickly as possible. I disagree with their split. At the time, I disagreed with their $100 threshold for payouts, which they've since fixed, but I don't think has applied to the US yet. Just overall, I don't like the way they monetize. So I have... Hey, Jazz, welcome in, buddy. I steal with one hand. How else would I hold my whiskey? Good answer. Why was affiliate removed? Because affiliate fucking sucks. So I essentially, yes, and also we don't have any ads. So you will never, unless Twitch decides to put unless they decide to put ads in for their unaffiliated streamers, which I don't think they can do because you have to give part of that to the person that created the content that the ad is showing on. So I don't think they ever could, but you will not see ads here. You don't have access to channel points, but I can mimic almost every single thing affiliates get other than the monetization. And if I move that to Ko-fi, I get like 90% of the cut, which is amazing. In fact, I think with Gold, which I'm a Gold member, I think it's 100%. I just have to pay them a monthly fee, and I get 100% of what comes in. So I am definitely a Chad. I am... Am I just not sitting in the right place? Oh, that camera's way off position. Okay. Sure, I guess. Hold on. Why is that so wrong? There we go. Hold on. Is that? Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. We're good. But yeah, it was a conscious decision. I did it knowing that I had a fallback. It's unfortunate because not all the subs have transferred, and I know it's really, really easy to sub through Twitch than it is to sub through other platforms, and I understand that. And that's probably why they haven't translated one-to-one, and I knew that they never would. Are we going to the stars? Who starred? I didn't see the message for it. Yes, and actually, we are currently multi-streaming to YouTube. So, say hi, YouTube. We actually had this really cool thing going right now. If I can spell this right. So we're actively passing messages back and forth. Did YouTube? No. I don't think YouTube can trigger that yet. I haven't added the command in for YouTube to do that. But all of our Twitch chat messages are getting relayed to YouTube, and all of our YouTube chat messages get relayed to Twitch. Wolby, I knew it. Wolby is triggering SAMMI through Founder Fantasies chat. As soon as you said, did YouTube trigger it, and then I saw the disco, I knew exactly what happened. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm okay with that. I don't think I have an issue with that. But yes, we currently are passing information between both Twitch and YouTube. YouTube's a hard market to get into as far as streaming goes, but I do have like long form and short form content on the platform. So it doesn't hurt to also multi-stream there. And if we pick up some new people, that's awesome. I'm excited for it.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
Until Falfan gets associated with my bot setup? Yes, exactly. Exactly. And then we won't do that. Yes. Okay, so we got that working. Like I said, if anyone does a Ko-fi sub, just Ninja Redeems, exactly. If you do a Ko-fi sub, it should pop something here in the chat, and we'll just verify some information. But it should relay what tier you subbed at, and whether or not it was a new or a reoccurring sub. I don't think it can tell how many months, but it can tell if it's new or reoccurring. Benny D, welcome in, buddy. How are you? So good to see you. I still don't know how to find live streams on YouTube. Clicking on live shows about 20 channels and nothing else. I haven't attempted to look through YouTube Live to find other people that are streaming, so I'm not really sure how it goes. Is there a shiny Fally in Pokemon? Not yet. I need to add that in. You should add Tralala Fally to the shinies. I might do that. Just a quick smoke break at work, so I can't stay, but I wanted to say, hey, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate that. Yeah, Wolby, I was thinking about doing a pink hair as an alternative. Maybe the starting soon pink hair, actually. It would be this one. That may be the shiny. We'll see. We'll come back over here to this, though. Benny, I hope your work day is fantastic and amazing, just like you are. I hope it goes by super fast. And it's really good to hear from you, buddy. That's for you right there. That's all you.
Full concentration.
What?
No one breathing. First fall. Bonk.
Thank you for the Bob. Twitch chat will be Bob? How does oh, Wolby, YouTube is getting your messages because it's reading that chat as well. That's interesting. Evolved form of Fally, no glasses, exactly. Saying hi while I do video exports. It's so good to see you, Rainbow. Yeah, Wolby, I think YouTube chat is, I think the Twitch relay is actually picking up your messages in the other chat. Maybe it's not. If you want to send a message in the other chat, we'll see what it looks like. But in the meantime, we got some music going on here. We need to test out 2 different things. Ooh, you are amazing. I'm no longer gonna be able to test things.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, well, but you said testing, so I see it in the other chat. So YouTube can see your messages, but I can't. No, you're good, Rainbow. You're good. So there's 2 things we need to test out. We need to test out nice Ultra Ball on the Golbat. Good catch. We need to test the steal function, and I need to have a different way of holding player information in the combat scene, inside their player individual scripts. Because right now I've got them separated between like class information and inventory information. I think I'm going to consolidate them and just reference like info.classes and info.inventory. I think that's what we're going to do. You can add a relay to send messages from Falfan to Twitch. We could. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm not about that life. Okay, so let's go to our scripts. I've been playing with... Yeah, so we have classes info and we have inventory. I think I want to condense these 2 into just info. But I want to see what information we're actually holding when we do these. Isn't that how the data already set up when you receive? Yes, but I have to save that somewhere, Casper. Unless we're pushing all of the information. No, I still have to. So that's something I need to talk to you about, Casper, because I don't know if the game is storing that information. I mean, I assume that it is, but I have to know where it's got to be changed before we save it. Because am I pushing individual saves? Am I pushing group saves? Do I need to resave information that changes back to the like? I need to understand a little more clearly. Yeah, so I need to update it within the API. Okay. So that's something I've got to figure out. Because when inventory changes, I need to know where to send that information back to. And when class info changes, I need to know where to send that back to, so that it can be updated properly. Because that's something we haven't done yet. Not really. Actually, I guess we kind of have. Right, but when I change it, hold on, let me see. Chat commands. Globals.api.saveCharacterData. Okay, so I forgot we were already doing this. So we check their class. If they're level 0, it becomes level 1. We save the data. Class is class. Interesting. So I need to remember how we're doing this. Yeah. Well, I tried to read it and I couldn't understand it, which makes sense because I don't know things. So we call save character data. Okay. So as long as if I change the data in one place. See, here's the hard part. Hey, Extortica. Same, I write shit down and I can't understand what I wrote later. Yes. So the question is, when they join combat, okay, just sit with me for a second. Just sit with me. In the combat scene, excuse me, when they join combat, one thing we do is we save, for example, their inventory. So inventory is the character data, data.inventory. And we save that as inventory, and then we save that to that player sprite as the inventory variable. In that sprite, in that script, if I change any values there, will it reflect that change here? Hey, Sid. Welcome in.
Hey, look.
Did you throw your fork on the... Okay. Global's character data, Twitch ID data inventory equals player sprite. Yeah, I did it with extra steps. I know. I know I did it with extra steps. However, doing it this way... Come on, Shades, you can get the real Lou. Someone's trying to give you the real Lou.
That's because he can't catch it.
That's fair, I guess?
Already got one.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then absolutely that's fair. What you making? We are making a turn-based RPG that is played through Twitch chat, and also YouTube chat, and also Glymesh chat. Overview, it is a dungeon crawling turn-based RPG that has a global API set up, so as you level classes, gain skills, and gain items for your inventory, that information is saved. So if you go to the next streamer, say I'm playing, and you get a couple levels, you get some cool items, and then I quit streaming for the day, you go to the next streamer playing this game. When you jump into their chat, your skills, your class levels, your inventory, everything is there waiting for you. Really, really awesome game. And that's what we're working on right now. But I happened to ask a question about the API stuff. The combat stats, no, because you're duplicating that. The inventory, the classes you're not duplicating. So anytime you modify player.inventory. The combat stats. What stats would you be talking about? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, Fally, silly idea. What about a button to find a random streamer playing Falfan, or an option in the main menu to see all people playing it? That's going to be added. Yes, will be. There will be a button in the game that will open... It probably won't pull the information directly. It may just open the browse for that game and show you everyone that's live. But it can also take you to the Discord and you'll see people that are live playing it too. So am I misunderstanding this, Casper? Rainbow, whether or not you said it recently, thank you. That means a lot. It's probably going to open the browser. I don't know a whole lot about HTML embedding, but that's one of those finishing touches kind of things. Once we get the game actually functioning, we'll add that stuff in. Okay. You can't embed HTML and go. Okay, that's right. It'll just open a browser then. I'm going back into Goblin video editing mode. You got it. Okay. So, if this creates a reference and not a duplication, then it doesn't matter how we save this. I just need to be able to get to the information I need to, and saving is going to be really, really easy. The only thing I do need to do, since it requires the Twitch ID, is I need each class to hold their Twitch ID, or I need the combat scene to hold their Twitch IDs. It could be an array. Honestly, the name doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a dictionary, but if I had an array with all the Twitch IDs, when combat finishes, we just do a loop through all the IDs, and we just say whatever the information is, save it. Okay, yeah, so I'll just have an array here whenever they join. It'll add their ID to the array. But like I said, just let me know if these are references or duplications, because that obviously changes how I need to have this set up. Okay, anyway, in the player sprite animation, we have our steal function. And this function defines what we can steal, sets up what we can steal through the establishing section, and then processes and relays the steal. But I need to know what that whole process looks like. I'll double check and make sure. I'm pretty sure it's references, not actual data. Okay, if it's references, then what I'm doing is fine. But if it's duplicating it and altering that separately, then I have to completely change how we do this. Is it that bad? Honestly, goblin mode editing is truly the way. Okay, so we're gonna save this. Let's go to the combat scene. Because we need to test this feature out. So we're gonna set the timer at 50 seconds. Let's load the game open just for the combat scene. I'm gonna change to a rogue. Anyone else can change to a rogue if they want to. And then we are going to, let's go to the rogue, B, all skills are combat skills. That's fine. And then as long as we have to pick we would have to pick an enemy that exists. That's perfectly fine. So we're gonna load this up. That is not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Thank you. Okay. Battle has begun. Exclamation mark class rogue. Falconer is now a rogue. Here we go and join. Wait, why did it get mad at me when I did that? Unable to get classes on base dictionary? Hold on. I added this part in. Hold on. I need to know what... It's not going to show me, is it? .data. Where's data? Will it show me? It won't show me data, will it? Motherfucker. Inventory is false. Why the hell is inventory just the word false? Character data, Twitch ID, classes? Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Okay, I scrolled to the bottom. In globals? Expand that, okay. API, NPC buffs, Twitch connection, auth to blah, 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 blah. Nice catch on that. What was it? Oh, shit, Groudon. Oh, God. Nice. Nice catch. Okay, that's fine. We'll just pass through it. We can't pass through that. That's going to be an issue. Okay. We're just going to do like this. We're going to comment that out. I'll deal with that later. Nothing needs classes info right now anyway. Casper, you joined and then changed into a rogue, so I don't think it's actually going to save that for you. In fact, let's go to node 2D, player 2, node. Yeah, you're a warrior. I really need to eat this salad, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, probably not. All right, B space E1 is steal on enemy 1. But before we do that, we have to say hello. I hate that I looked away right there at the end. Welcome in, Tack. SnowRunner. Tack, if you have the opportunity, please tell us how SnowRunner is, because I don't know anything about it. But for those of you that came in, welcome in. My name is Falonier. My pronouns are he, him. And I'm a game developer that's currently working on a turn-based RPG that's played through Twitch chat, YouTube chat, and Glymesh chat. The last two, we're working on that. But that's the intention. And right now we're testing out some functions for some of the attacks to make sure they work correctly.
Hey!
An NPC has joined the fight. You're a touch late on that. Do you know if there's any future plans to make SAMMI compatibility with Linux or Mac? You would have to ask Wolby that question, because I don't know if there's anything in the works for that compatibility. It's good. It's a truck game, really. Is it like the it's like a Mud Runner game, but I don't know what the actual name of it is. Oh, Mud and Stuff. Okay. That makes sense. Mud and Stuff. It's this. Okay, it's the sequel to Mud Runner. Gotcha. Oh, that makes sense because it's called Mud Runner. Well, Tack, I hope your stream was amazing. Y'all, if you have not, please take the opportunity to follow Tackavach. Absolutely awesome streamer. Great guy. Definitely go hop in there. He plays Mud Runner and Snow Runner and Shipbreaker, which is, I fucking love watching people play Shipbreaker. It's so good. Wait, who did the... Are the shout out commands working? Why can't I see it? Hold on, I need to see this. I need to see this. It works here? That's amazing. There you go. A shout out was given to Tackavach. Please go drop that follow. Give him some love. Tell him I sent you, I guess. He's an awesome guy, and I hope you thoroughly enjoy his content, because I know I do. It works even on mobile. Twitch actually did something right for once. Okay. So, we're testing out the steal mechanic for the rogues. Ignore the sprites that you see. These are temporary placeholder sprites until we get the other ones finished. But what I'm going to do, it's not available for everyone. I don't think. Maybe it's not available for everyone. Well, last I checked, they only had like 25% of the user base able to use it. Because I heart the Pokemon game, and it's unfortunate that it's restricted to Windows only streamers, perhaps it'd be all right for me to make a Nodes.js port. Sure. I don't know what all that entails, but you're welcome to. Okay. So I'm gonna steal. And I should have a breakpoint set up. We come back over just to double check. Should have a breakpoint set up here. So as soon as we hit this, I'll be able to look at it go through. Now, it should immediately drop to this tier because we're level 1. So we only have access to tier 1 information. Or tier 1 of the steal table. If you shout out someone and have like 10, 20, or 30 people follow at once, it looks like a follow bot attack. I have seen that, Wolvie. I have seen that. That's kind of scary. It needs to announce that you were shouted out to a group of people in your channel, so that when you get the follows come in, that it kind of makes sense. And the channel that you got shouted out in, that should be a thing too. Okay, so we're gonna steal. We immediately hit this. So now we know that stealable items is this dictionary of arrays. And we know reagents, same thing. Catalyst is an array, and stolen currency is a number we're not doing anything with yet. So we're going to come down. We're going to say stealing is true, tier is blank. We're going to roll for a loot index. It does say so-and-so shouted you out in the activity feed, but it gets hidden pretty soon with the plus 10 follows. Yeah. Yeah, it needs to say something in your chat or something. That would be a thing too. All right. I'm so sorry, y'all. My wife made food, and I really, really want to eat it. So please just forgive me. Hun, can you get me something to drink too? Juice, doesn't matter. Juice then. All right, so loot index should be a number between 0 and 5. And that's so that we know where in this array we're going to be pulling from. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And the position in the array that we pull from determines what thing we get when we steal. So if it's position 0, then it's a team damage buff for 1 turn. If it's position 1, then it's the team experience buff for combat. If it's position 2, then it's one of our catalysts from our catalyst array. If it's position 3, then it's one of our reagents from our reagents dictionary. Position 4 is the quality of the potion that we stole. Thank you. And position 5 is the amount of damage we're doing with the damaging attack. It looks like we rolled a 3 here, which kind of sucks. Because I don't have anything. I don't have the continued function for position 3, but it's fine. And then roll is going to be a number between 0 and 10.0, which I can't tell if it's 0.4 or 0.12, but let's keep going. So roll should be a value. Okay, so there it is. So roll is 9.266, whatever. And then ranges is a blank array. Ranges, now it should be a blank array. Fantastic. Okay, so if we were level 45, we would have a 40% chance of getting into tier 4, a 30% chance of getting into tier 3, a 20% chance of getting into tier 2, and a 10% chance of getting into tier 1. And those are represented by these thresholds that we would have to meet that simulate that percentage chance. Mind if I test shouting myself out to see if Sammy can say it? Yes. Yes, you can. No, I don't mind. Go for it. I have zero problems with that, Wolby. By the way, when that little message pops up for y'all to follow Wolby, do that. Because Wolby's awesome. Makes a lot of awesome content for Sammy. And also is just a great guy. I 100%, you definitely recommend. You know what sucks about this? I have no pop-up. I have no prompt. All it says is shout out was given. I can't see anything. Oh, it only pops up if you haven't followed them. Oh, okay. Can we shout someone out that I'm not following? Because I'd kind of like to see this. I know it's weird. Who could we shout out that I'm not following?
Digging up bones, I'm digging up bones.
I'm following the Yag.
Exhuming things that's better left alone.
He's in, Lou. Was there supposed to be a shout out or was it just shout out given to Wolby? If you're already following Wolby, all it says is shout out given to Wolby. It won't show you anything. That's why I was kind of wanting to get a shout out for somebody I don't know. So really quick, let's find someone in the Godot tag. Oh fuck, it is Yag. Okay, I hope this is gonna be okay. I really do. I really do hope this is gonna be okay. Wolby, can we shout out? This is gonna look really weird. Cricket. That makes sense. Cricket. If you come back to this and see it, hi. I'm testing out a feature and I'm not trying to invade your channel. I apologize for what's about to happen. But I hope you get some follows off of it. Thank you for shouting out Cricket. Okay. So now I see a pop-up. Follow Cricket to be notified when they're live. They were last seen streaming software and game development. Upcoming stream is October 5th from 5 to 6. And you can follow. Now, I have their chat pulled open. I'm so sorry. I won't show because that's a bad thing. But I also don't see. That's right. It's not going to show it in their chat. It just shows in their activity feed. Okay. Well, let's all follow Cricket anyway. Seems like a pretty cool guy. He's got some arcade games in the background, and he's doing some movement stuff for a Final Fantasy Tactics clone. So, drop him a follow. Say hey, I guess. Casper, the only reason I didn't say yes to either of those names is because I'm also following those two people, and I wanted to know what it looked like. But Wolby, you're allowed to shout out anyone in the shout that you want to. I have zero qualms with any of that. So I guess the question now becomes, should I change my shout out message after like a raid or something to the shout out command so that it does it that way? And I think the answer to that is yes, or also both. What is this, Amy? This is apple juice. Okay, I know what this is. It took me a moment. What do you mean no? No for what, Wolby? What determines if something is a bot? Are we talking about SAMMI being the bot or Falfan being the bot? Okay. Never mind them. So it's got to be done by hand. Got it. Well, there's going to need to be an API call because they're removing the slash commands. So it won't be available next year anyway. Gotcha. Okay, so let's see if we can keep progressing a little bit. So ranges is blank. Let's go back here. Ranges is blank. Roll is 10.2, which, if we were level 45, is a tier 4 steal because it's greater than 6, which is our highest tier. Loot index is 3, so we know we're going to be taking a catalyst. Tier is currently blank. So we're going to look at our level. If level, which is 0. Why is level 0? That doesn't make sense. Hold on. Come on, scroll all the way up. Why isn't that changed? Level should be the combat scene when we join battle should save right there. Interesting. Okay, whatever. We'll fix that later. We don't have anyone that's higher at level 1, so it kind of doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, so level is not that. Ooh, that means it won't hit this one, though. Motherfucker. So we can't hit that one. It's going to mess up when we get here because ranges is going to be empty. I also wrote this wrong. I think that should also be this. Or maybe it should just be else. No. I think that's right. Okay. So, no, maybe, no. Okay. So ranges is empty, and it's gonna check for everything for false in ranges. Got it. Okay. So right now, tier is just still gonna be, oh, fuck. Okay. Let's save, and let's kill this. Why isn't, level should be showing up as a 1. I don't know why level wasn't showing up as a 1. That's super weird. I don't like that. Okay. It probably messed up because of the freeze and it didn't pull the right information. So we're going to keep classes info. We're going to keep all that done. Load this up. There we go. So we are class rogue. Okay. And we're level 1 rogue. So we're going to type join. Why? Oh, we breakpointed. Duh. Okay. So we breakpointed. Level is 1. We're good there. We don't need that breakpoint anymore. Let's save this. Okay. Anyone else can join here. Sorry, I'm jumping through without really, like, speaking what's going on. Wolby is a rogue. I'm eating salad. There's a really good salad, too. Welcome in, Mirror Mask. How are you doing, friend? Welcome in, Mirror. I saw you were quick on the letters, join. Very nice. I'm just so mad at you, Wolby. Okay. No way, a wild Valora friends? Oh shit. Mirror, you going to TwitchCon? I had no idea. I am always mad at you, Wolby. It's okay. There's not a good way to say this because I don't want to jump the gun on something, but there's a good chance I'm going to be contacting Valora this week. And it's a good thing. And I'm excited about contacting Valora this week. So I guess get her hyped for something that might have, I don't know. I just, I want to tell you what's going on and I can't. We're going to see what happens. I don't know. Okay, B space E1. We're going to hit this breakpoint for the steal. And we're going to follow it through. So everything's established. Stealing is true. I can't tell you yet. Tier is blank, and we have all this. Okay, so ranges is a blank array. Roll is a small number. Only a tier 1 steal. Loot index is 5, so we're getting an impure potion. Tier is blank, and we're good there. Okay. So let's move through. Else. That should tell us that we're hitting a 100% for tier 1. So ranges now becomes this array. Ooh, a ho-oh, you are just on the roll today. get you a Ho-Oh. It wasn't a shiny Ho-Oh, was it? No, it's a regular. Okay. All right. So ranges is just essentially you can only get tier 1. So for I in ranges, so for true in ranges, if, okay, so our first value, so it's 10.1 is greater than roll. It's not. I knew I had it backwards. Okay, it needs to be if roll is greater than or equal to I. I had it backwards. Okay, we need to save that and just see what happens. So tier currently is tier 4 when that's way wrong. Okay. So now stolen thing should equal stealable things tier loot index. So we're looking for the stealable things list, tier 4, loot index 5. And that should tell us, it's going to say refined, it should be impure. But that should make stolen thing impure. Or refined. So now stolen thing is the word 40. For tier 4, for loot index 5. Oh, loot index 5. Okay, so that's the end. So since it's a number, we should be passing through. Well, so far I have all the information that I want. And that's getting all these things to match the way they should. So I know that this section's working. I know now that this is going to be working. And I know that this is working. So loot index is 5. That would be the damaging attack. Okay, so far everything's working. We're good. We're good. Okay, fantastic. That just means now that we need to set up the team EXP buff. I've already done the setup for the team damage buff. So what that'll do is it'll emit a signal that all of the player scripts will pick up. It emits the team buff signal. We're passing in DPS. And we're passing in stolen thing. So DPS is... that should be a string. DPS should be a string. And what that'll do is it will trigger the team buff, which just triggers apply buff on every person. And the effect that we're passing through is the string DPS. Okay, so that's working. Well, it will work when we get through it. It's currently not doing anything right now. Okay, so now... I'm so sorry, we're going to actually close the game because all I need to do was that. By the way, Fally, a shout out doesn't provide anything in chat or pub sub that Sammy listens to. So at the moment, nothing we can do to even listen for them.
Hey,
And Twitch are looking to add it to event sub, which we don't listen to. Very nice. Film Scotland, welcome in, buddy. How are you doing today? How is Chad Fighter going? I don't know if you've been working on it recently. I'm trying to get some of this. Aww. As much as I want another bowl, I have a stream to do. Wolby, can we get a shout out for Film Scotland? That would be super awesome. Okay. That is such a weird, like... texture difference going from a salad to apple juice. Oh, it's so weird. Which type? We'll from now on we'll say the new one.
hey, look.
I get two. We'll do both. Thank you for welcome in, Arrow. How you doing, buddy? Yes, please definitely go check out Film Scotland. Film Scotland does some really cool gaming and is also working on a really awesome chat-based PvP fighter game that's kind of like an arcade fighter, but through chat commands. It's really awesome. Definitely go check him out. Juicebox, hi. What's going on, friend? Juice, I have to tell you 2 things. The first one I don't want to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. The fact that you pronounce my name like it's Italian is just like, I spent a couple minutes trying to find like the emote. You know what I mean? Like, and I couldn't find it, but I love it. So please never stop. It's kind of like my favorite thing. And second, I feel bad that I can't go Falladere. Yes, exactly. It's the chef's kiss. Thank you, Casper. I adore it. It's my favorite thing. Please never stop. But also, I'm sad that I can't go to TwitchCon this year, and I'm putting it in my agenda to go next year. And I'm hoping I can meet a lot of really awesome people. You included in that list, by the way. That would be super awesome. So, but I wanted to say both of those things since you asked. Did you see Zach Wessie's tweet about his testing of it? He calls someone to think they're... Yes, I saw the video and the post. Yeah, y'all definitely check that out. So the new shout-out message, the shout-out feature, I should say, is really cool, but there's nothing substantial. Nice Master Ball, Hellraiser. Very, very nice. There's nothing substantial. Next year. Yeah, I know. That's what they all say. I know. If we're still alive next year, I would love to go to a convention. But there's nothing substantial that lets someone know they got shouted out with that feature. So when they get a bunch of new follows, it looks like it's a bot raid. Unless people have like really unique organic names and not like obvious bot looking names, if that even is a thing. Shout out to me by your best friend. I love the feature. I do. And it does show up in your dashboard. I have the thing here in my OBS, but I keep it hidden like in a stack. I wish I could show you without like, could I show you? Enable preview. There. Yeah. So like I keep it in a stack of things here. So I usually don't have it open. I don't know what I normally do keep open now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, now that I'm saying it out loud, I don't know what I even keep there. Yeah, and then when people follow you, it does disappear off of the list pretty fast. I honestly think, Wolby, could you, Juice, I hope this is okay. Wolby, could you use the shoutout feature for Juicebox? Because it's actually super simple, what I think would be a good idea. And I appreciate that. Something like the pop-ups at the top, but also this. Just this right here. If all it said was shout out, so-and-so shouted you out to X people with this format, just for consistency, I think would be enough. I think it's perfect. Because you typically will know when you're shouting someone else out, like the situation. And I don't think that would get confusing between you shouting someone else out and it randomly happening and you get that message in your chat. But also, I think it's a noteworthy opinion, I guess, to have it like a pop-up in your chat that says, you know, so-and-so has shouted you out, and leave it there for like 30 seconds. Because that's probably the time frame that you would get shouted out and people would click the follow button, is probably that 30-second range. I have no hard data to back this up, but that's my intuition speaking. Or it's staying pinned in the notification feed. I just don't like relying on that. I'm a streamer that doesn't actively use the activity feed, and I don't know if I'm the minority in that one. But thank you for listening. I appreciate that. You definitely didn't have to come in here to say hey and then get assaulted with feedback about the shout out thing. So I appreciate you even just responding. So thank you. I'm resistant to change. Mumble grumble yells at clouds. Exactly. So surprised it doesn't mention categories. That's, well, so it mentions categories, I think, if the pop-up comes up. Since I'm already following Juicebox, which, by the way, y'all should be following Juicebox too. Amazing code work. And also just fun to listen to. There aren't a lot of streamers that my wife can just passively listen to, like, from my computer while she's doing whatever. But Juicebox is definitely one of those that, like, the whole time I had Juice up the other day, my wife was just sitting there chuckling at just the stuff that got said. It was pretty great. Just a profile picture, name, and a follow button. Okay. I don't remember. I've only seen it once. Yeah, if it's in the expanded section, like if you want to know more, you could probably click on that. I appreciate that, the Juice. Thank you. A cookie? Ooh, I would love a cookie. Just have to find a place to put it. Instead of taking my bowl, you took the bottle of Catalina. Okay.
No, I was gonna grab it. I was here finished.
Oh, okay.
Not full hand.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sweetheart. But yes, thank you, Juice. I appreciate that a lot. Okay, so we don't have to worry about this breakpoint anymore. We can pass it through because, like, we're not doing anything there. So, we've got the DPS buff, which I think, if instead of saying loot index this, if we did var loot index, I have to spell it right, loot index equals 0. Then we can force it to go through the team damage buff so I can ensure that that's actually working. So we're going to test this. Anyone can join. In fact, the more people that join, the better. What we're going to be testing is that everyone gets the team buff DPS icon. That will show that we actually have the buff and that it's being given to everyone. And then we'll go through a round of combat to see that it actually goes away when it's supposed to. Because that's something we also need to look at. And for Rogue, I need to have... Okay, backstab works. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to F6 to load up. You have 50 seconds. Type whatever message, then join. There we go. It would be nice to give access to the command to validate bots with client ID so they can combine with custom... Whoa, a lot of messages. Combined with custom shoutout commands like stream elements or a streamer's own bot that they coded. Yeah. There may be limitations there that I'm just not familiar with. Is shoutout going to be added to the Helix API? I would imagine. That may not be a question that that Juice can answer though. Never the fuck mind then. All right. Just talk with us about... Okay. Hell yeah. That's a lot of people. Did we max out? We have 7 people in this fight. So Arrow, myself, Mirror Mask, Wolby, Zenlu, Film Scotland, and Casper. Fantastic. All right. Arrow, you're up. I have no idea what class you are. All the people. That's a lot of warriors. All the peeps come to the yard for found it. Exactly. Okay, so it's my turn. We're in a B space E2. It should trigger the seal function. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, it failed. Okay. Sure. Sure, why not? The steal failed. All right, Wolby, your turn. There's a 20% chance of steals just outright failing, and I landed it. Way to go. Yes. That's because I can actually tell you why that happened. So, stealing for the rogue, it still did melee attack target. So melee attack target did a turn change, so 2 turn changes happened at the same time. I'm sorry, Mirror Mask. I didn't mean to skip you. Wolby, how dare you jank me from a different chat? Damn it, Wolby.
You can record yourself saying "damn it, Wolby," and then you can just do exclamation Wolby, and it'll just say it. You say it enough.
I do. I need a damn it, Wolby soundbite. Okay. So, Wolby, I guess you're a rogue too. I didn't realize you changed. I appreciate the patience, Mirror Mask. You're awesome. Okay, so we set all this up. Ranges, loot index is 0. Fantastic. So it should hit the level 1. Those are our ranges. For I in ranges, if roll is greater than or equal to I, so it should go through this 4 times. That's 2, 3. On the 4th one, it should go in. So tier is going to be tier 1. Fantastic. So stolen thing is essentially just the lowest value for team damage buffs. Okay. Which is 0.2, so that works. Loot index is 0. So we're now going to be emitting this signal. So if I hit play, everyone has the DPS buff. Fantastic. There it goes. Okay. Oh, Wolby. Why do you still have a turn? Hold on. Melee attack. Emit signal skill used. Okay, hold on. We need to instill the very last thing that we do is... Oh, how did we get way the hell up here? Go back down. We're going to do this right here. And this is going to be emit signal, skill used, and I don't think I have to do anything else with it. So let's save. All right, we'll try it again. Yeah, the turn hasn't been completed. Interesting. Let me go to remote tree and find out who the active player is. The active player is Wolby. Wolby, can you use your C ability? Already broken? Oh, I have to save it. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, just try your C ability. No, there's no... My apologies. You are correct. Okay. I cleared the breakpoint out. You should be able to do it now. I know you want to... Okay, so it worked that time. It still thinks the breakpoint is there, which kind of sucks. Okay, I don't think y'all are getting your turns with the actual buff applied. That's good to know. Okay. So when we apply a buff, when we apply the DPS buff, it needs to be for 2 turns because you actually lose the buff when your turn starts. So it's got to be 2. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's just close it. Let's just close it, save it, start over. Yeah, we're just gonna start it over. And we'll see what we can get. I know you will, Wolby. I hope you do. I hope you do. Mirror, how did you break it? The second message came in too fast. Mirror, try again. Mirror, try again. Try again. Mirror, try again. Please. Mirror mask. Thank you. The two messages can't be too close together, or it won't catch it won't have the information it needs. Okay. B space E1. We get a DPS buff, and then we pass the turn. We'll be at skip 3 people. Okay, let's close this. Let's close that just for a second, because we need to find out what the fuck is going on. Okay, so when the rogue uses steel, we emit. Okay, why don't I just do it here? Let me just do it here, and we'll take it out of this, and we'll remove it from that, and we'll save this. Is there a chance at apply buff? Okay, no, apply buff is not doing it. Okay, I guess I do need to have a breakpoint here. I don't want to, but sure, why not? We'll have a breakpoint here. Look, it did the big, okay? I don't know why. They updated the Frank Your Face clap emote and you hate it? I haven't seen it, I'm sorry. All right, anyone that wants to join, we'll try this again. I haven't seen it. No, Wolby. I can't see it. I can't. Like, even in the other chat that I have, I still can't. Neither one of these show up. Yeah, there. Yeah, see? No can see, Wolby. That is not what I wanted to do. No, yes, thank you. Yeah, good job, me. Yes, exactly. B space E1. All right, let's check and see where everything's going. So we're gonna go in the seal function. We're gonna blah, 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 blah. We're gonna do all this. Yada, yada. Level 1, get our ranges. We are now tier 1. Yes. Stolen thing. Emit the signal for DPS buff. Everyone gets DPS. Everyone gets DPS. It should be 3 of them. DPS equals 2. DPS equals 3. Okay. All right, that should be the last one. Oh, it's doing it to all the sprites. That's dumb. Okay, sure. Why not? They all technically exist. Okay, and then we emit the signal. Skill used. We turn change. Change the active player. Yes. Yes. All of this. I hate that I have to do this. Process status effects. So now we have a new person's turn. The new person's turn is Zenlu, which this is correct. So we'll check all of Zenlu's statuses. No healing, no effect damage, no losing turns. Return false. Do a countdown. Set up all of our information. Set up icons for display. Yada, 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 yada. Yep. And then we return. Okay. Okay. Okay, so if we hit play, it should be Zenlu's turn. Why is Zenlu automatically... I'm really confused. So whatever I did, it's copying that for you. There shouldn't be an attack. Because all we do is we steal and we emit a signal. We don't do the melee attack, so there's nothing that progresses anything. There shouldn't be. Yeah, go for it, Casper. Yeah, we'll follow it all the way through. I know shouldn't. I know. We're gonna find out. Okay, so we're stealing. We are defining. We are establishing. We are processing and relaying. So apply buffs, apply. It's not gonna give it to anyone because we all have a buff. Now we do a turn change. Active player is Casper. Sorry, every time the Kofi thing... Thank you. Every time the Kofi thing comes down, it makes me think something happened on my screen. So active player is Casper. So we find where Casper is in the turn list. Casper is 2 in the turn list. So then we just increase that number, look for the new person. It's going to be Wolby. This turns all of the red boxes behind our players off so that Wolby can be the next one represented. And then we find out who the active player is. We turn that red box on. We check to see if they're dead. If they are dead, we skip their turn. And then we go to processing status effects inside the player 4 node. So now we are here. This is inside Wolby's node because the player 4 node is Wolby. So we process status effects. We find out, are they burned? Are they bleeding? Are they poisoned? Are they binded? Are they frozen? Do they have regen? Heal is not greater than 0. Effect damage is not greater than 0. They didn't lose their turn. So when we process status effects, now let's go to counting down status effects. Okay. That was weird. Player sprite countdown status effect should have... Oh, it didn't reach 0. Okay, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so now we are here. This makes sense. The center HP bar now reflects Wolby's HP. We are still in the combat scene. So we're setting up the stacking for the center for the center pop-up. Okay. All right, that's fine. Do you have a stack 2? Do you have a stack 3? Set up icons for display. We don't have all the different icons yet, so this just doesn't do anything. Okay. Active player is not in enemies. Active player is not in boss. Thank you for the disco. It also scared the hell out of me. Mickey, did you change your name? Oh my goodness. Oh, what color are we? Are we orange? Are we disco? What are we? I hate that covered my eyes. Oh, we're discoing right now. I thought we just changed our color. We're permanently changed now. What even are we? Hey Mickey, it's so good to see you. Disco Raid is amazing. Disco Raid's pretty great. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Disney Dreamlight Valley, how are you liking it? I'm fantastic. How are you? Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Falnier. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm a game developer that's attempting to make a turn-based RPG played through Twitch chat. And currently we are struggling somehow. But now we're like skipping multiple people's turns back to back, and I can't figure out how we've done that, but now we have. So Mickey, I hope you had an amazing stream. I hope you had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming in and bringing your community. It's addicting, but I couldn't really do much, so I thought I'd stop and start dinner. That's fair. Go get something to eat, get something to drink, get some rest. Streaming's a lot of work, and hell, I'm still hungry, but but I'm streaming right now, so we're gonna have to wait for that for later. But thank you so much. Feel free to hang out with us for a while. But if you have something you need to go do, definitely go tend to that. Whenever I see Fallier, my brain reads it as Valley is now a godfather. I am. Thank you. I love my hair. My hair is amazing. I can't wait for it to grow out so I can cut it again and dye it a new color. I'm absolutely in love. Okay, so we emitted signal skill use. I'm so sorry for the transition. I've just been digging through this one spot. So currently, as the game knows it, it is Wolby's turn because Wolby is the active player. So let's keep going through. We are in the player sprite to check player. So we've passed the turn. Now we are in the... How have we gotten here? Somehow, we immediately jumped to the check player function. Helio, I also blame Wolby. Somehow we immediately jumped into the check player function in the P3 node. Hold on, how are we in the P3 node right now? Okay, now we're in the P4 node. Active players Wolby, message is B space E2. Wolby, you never... So Casper did B space E2. Wolby, you didn't send this message at all. You leave my node alone. Yeah, it's still processing your message. I don't know how. But now that the game knows that the active player is Wolby, well, this shouldn't know that. It had to have that pass to it, who the active player is. Okay. So now it's trying to copy... Oh, because Wolby is also... Oh, this still failed. All right, so we emit skill used. Okay. So I don't know whose turn it actually is. Okay, so somehow we chained your move into his. Again with a should. Oh my god, y'all are so mean. So I'm trying to figure out why this is happening here, but it hasn't happened anywhere else. Because when the warrior, for instance, uses a skill, melee attack, does the... And when we return back, we call emit signal skill used. When you emit the buff, did you end the turn? No. When we do steal for the rogue, after we steal, we emit the signal. So once we've defined and established what we're stealing, after we pass through this match, that's when we come back out of the steal function and we emit the signal skill used. That's the only way we can get here is if we leave the steal function. Is it because steal is calling a different function? Do this, okay. Because I don't want applying buffs to change the turn, because that introduces a whole new realm of problems when I go to try to apply buffs. Take off the breakpoint on steal. Okay, breakpoint is off on steal. Trying to figure out why we're passing. Trying to figure out how we're passing the turn and yet it's still considered yours, or it's holding your information. Put on emit signal skill use after the steal. Inside the steal function, you mean? Like we tried to do before? Oh, put it. Please forgive me. Put it. Yes, I'll put the breakpoint on emit signal. And then try it again. Okay, well, it is my turn. B space E1, so we know that the message is different. Zinlu, we're gonna try not to skip you here, buddy, but it might happen. Okay, so I got my 1 turn DPS buff. Okay, yeah, it's still chained. It's all in the name of progress, exactly. Also, it hasn't really saved. Breakpoints be weird like that. Oh, it had a still failed, so we never hit this emit signal. So my steal failed, but his attack went through. Okay, so Casper, when you did that, it hit us here. So now we're emitting the signal. We're doing the turn change. What are you looking for here that I wasn't already looking for? Now we're in player node 4, which would be Wolby. So the game thinks that it's currently Wolby's turn. If we're here, active player is Wolby. Okay. So let's keep playing. You're not burned, poisoned, binded, bleeding, frozen, or regened. So we don't have to do any of that stuff. Return false. We're back in the combat node. We want to trigger status effects countdown. So we go to P4 node. We do status effects countdown. Effect, DPS. What's the value? Status effects. DPS is 0, so it should attempt to turn it off. DPS visible is false. All right, we'll set the HP value for that. Checking up the icons, which we don't have to worry about this. Active players not in enemies or in boss. And now we're in the return. Is it the return the return shouldn't be messing us up because it's in everything else. So right now, we are in the script for player 3 with it being player 4's turn. So we'll return. Now we're still in the script for player 3. So we'll finish that out. Then we move to player 4. See, somehow we've immediately gone to the check player. With the active player already being passed with Wolby and the message already being predefined. How? This has never happened. And it doesn't happen with any other skill. This doesn't make any sense. Because we're doing now what we've been doing, and that's just emitting the signal after we're done. Waves go out weirdness flag. Damn it, Wolby. Yeah, that's fair. What you think, Casper? I know you're sitting on a little bit of a delay. You're doing turn changed when skill used is sent. Yes, whenever we emit the signal skill used, we tell the combat scene fuck, where is it? I'm clearly not using the signal bus for it. But whenever we use skill used, where's the damn... I forget how this is connected to the combat scene. But whenever we trigger skill used, Control F, skill used. There it is. So we connect skill used to this, and we trigger turn change. And turn change just changes the turn. I forgot to tell you, my manager had to add me on Facebook for work purposes. He was like, "Oh, you do like rainbows, don't you?" Yes. Yes, you do. Right, but this is something I'm emitting on players as well, and it's not been an issue. Like Druid, when we do an attack, is it because I'm returning? I bet it's because I'm... No, because we do it here for vines. Right, but I'm trying to figure out what's different. For Whirlwind, we attack, then we return.
Hey, look!
Hey, Fuzzy, welcome in. For Engineer, we do an attack, we return. We haven't really touched on Engineer, though, or Bard. But for Warrior, we do an attack, we return. I don't know what's changing. With Provoke, we ranged attack, we return. Time to take a breath? Yeah. Are we going? All right. Let's take a breath. Let's find out what's going on. Everybody's changing and I don't feel the same. Okay, when you get back, check melee attack and ranged attack. All right. I know plenty about stress. Jazz, you got me. You got me beat on that one. All right, so for melee attack, we tween to them. We trigger the...
Here comes the boy.
Oh.
Welcome! Here he comes! There he is! Here comes the boy!
Okay. I don't think this is it. I don't think that's it. However, so what we do is we tween there. We should be triggering. You know what? This actually shouldn't be causing a problem. We tween there. If stealing us falls, we play our melee attack. Otherwise, we relay what the steal message is, which I have not set up yet. Then we tween ourselves back and we emit the signal skill used. I'm so excited for you guys in a couple days going to pick up Janie. Hell yeah. I'm excited for you, Mirror Mask. You're having a great time, and I'm excited for the people you have in your company. Range attack is going to be the same thing. It sets up this guy. It either travels or appears on them, and then when it's done, it frees itself, it disappears, and it emits the signal skill used. This is the most people-y I've been in years. What are IRL friends? They don't exist. Go back to steel. All right, I'm on steel. So we just, establish a bunch of stuff, do a bunch of math, figure some stuff out. Emitting the signal team buff for DPS. All that does is it goes to every script and it adds DPS to their, it adds DPS to their list of buffs and gives it a value so that we know how much to multiply. Can I come over and eat with y'all? Shai told me we're having spaghetti, but she only made 4 pieces of garlic toast. Yeah, you can come over. I'll make you some garlic toast. I'll make you some garlic toast.
We don't have any garlic toast.
I will make garlic toast.
We don't have any.
I will put a whole garlic on some bread.
We don't have garlic.
I don't have any garlic. Zenlu, I have nothing.
You can't cook.
I can't cook, and also I have no garlic. I can't help you. I have nothing. I don't know what to tell you.
And we could probably make garlic butter toast.
I wonder if I comment out this and I just put pass or even chat connection dot send chat, you got a party DPS buff in all caps, whatever. If I do this, will it do the double send or will it push to the next person's turn, or is for some reason this causing a problem? Scroll some more. That's it. That's all there is. That's all there is. All right, Wolby. It's your turn, and I don't know what class you are. We're gonna save. Skip turn. I don't know whose turn it is. I I think I broke it. It shouldn't have hit the breakpoint. There's a breakpoint there, but it's not sitting on it. I shouldn't be, because I've already told it to skip out. Skip breakpoints. I actually don't want to check that. Okay, you know what? We're gonna close it and start over. Don't breakpoint there. That's not what I wanted. F6. Blah, 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 blah. Join.
Well, I can't find him. What do you mean you can't?
Hi, Nami.
I can't find him. There's only soup.
Hi, friend.
What do you mean there's only soup?
How are you
There's
doing?
only soup.
And a big ol' Ohio gozaimasu to you too, Nami-san. I hope you're having a wonderful, absolutely fantastic, awesome morning. Hope you're having a good morning. Soup. I'm trying to learn more. Damn it, Mirror Mask, you do that. I have to think you do that on purpose. I have to think you do that on purpose. I'm trying to learn more Japanese, Nami. I'm doing my best. I know, I'm sorry, it's not. I don't believe you. B space E2. I typed really well, that's fair. You got a party DPS buff and it yells it twice. Okay, so it's not the signal emitting that's the problem. How did it yell it twice? It should have yelled it once for me. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Let's go back here. Let's do this. Let's erase all of that. And that. Okay, that can live there. It's fine. I have a funny feeling I know what's going on. No, you're doing great, Nami. You're doing fantastic. Don't you even. Don't you even. All right, Casper, what am I doing wrong? Yelled once for you, then again because Casper's a rogue too, and then skip the third person's go. No, I think the third person was Zenlu, and it did the attack. So I got the DPS buff, and then it chained into Casper getting the DPS buff, and then it chained into Zenlu doing that same skill, but on the enemy that we were targeting. What do you mean you have no power here? Okay, check your third person. Yeah, the third person was Zenlu, and Zenlu did an attack. So right now in the remote tree, we should have a damage value. I thought it should be... Damage should be a value that's currently held in this. Damage dealt? There it is. Yeah. So because damage was dealt, has a value in it. That's what happened. Bloody Twitch mobile. Jazz, it's because it's backslash, not exclamation mark. If you want the fancy one, you want to do a backslash. It is fancy. Mirror Mask class, Wolby's a rogue. Mirror's a warrior. Yeah, Mirror's a warrior. I think if we're all... So something is happening specifically inside the rogue section of the script. Y'all definitely go hit that fucking follow button for Nami. Give her some love. Yeah, Jazz, you would want to do you would want to type this without the quotes into Twitch chat. So /948Nami, or sorry, I'm sorry, /shoutout. I can't type for anything. /shoutout 948Nami. It would look like that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's for you. That's yours. Yeah, and you don't see it because you're already following her. Exactly. Wolby's going to use Steel, and it's going to cause Warrior B skill to be used, and then it's going to jump to you, Fally. Then you do B skill. Yes. So it's chaining through the rogues. And then it's stopping when a non-alchemist uses a skill. And then it's stopping properly. So there's something wrong here. I just can't figure out what it is. I can't figure out why this is causing a chain. Yeah, for non-rogues, it stops when they use their skill because it's a regular skill. And then when a rogue uses one, it just chains until it hits a non-rogue so that a regular, like, it hits that regular stopping point. But something in this structure or the functions that these tie into, like, I wonder if I commented the steal function out, what would happen? None of the other classes emit a signal except for skill used. That's a hard question. I'm trying to remember. Druid, no. Engineer. No. Yeah. Damn it, Wolby. You're enjoying that, aren't you, Wolby? Yeah, no other class is emitting skill used. And that's because they all rely on either melee attack, AoE attack, or ranged attack to process the turn. I guess on heal, no, on heal wouldn't do it. You told him to pay attention to the chat, Wolby, but you didn't. So he didn't pay attention to the video. Jazz, Wolby found out how to trigger my chat messages, my chat features without typing in my chat. Are you connecting skill used in your player characters through the editor? No, not through the player characters. Honestly, I don't know how I have skill use connected.
Full concentration. No horny breathing. First form. Bonk.
I don't know. This is a signal that they emit, but I don't know where in here. Control-Shift-F. Go to the script. Control-Shift-F. Skill used. attack animations, emit skill used. And we're looking for connect. Oh, okay. Okay, so when a player joins battle, we connect skill used. We connect the skill used signal from it to the combat script to trigger turn change. So this is what connects it. Excuse me. So we only connect skill used to these sprites that have been put into the game. Okay, what's our test? In the steal function, okay. Try to lick your elbow. You're so silly. All right, in the steal function, that's the test. Yes, yeah, that's the test. You got me. Hi. Oh, okay. All right, what are we doing in the steal function? Before signal bus emit signal, print the active player. Okay. So here's the problem. This script doesn't know who the active player is. The only time that the player scripts receive who the active player is when someone sends a message. So when messages are sent, it asks every player script or player sprite, are you the active player? So if Wolby and I are the only players in the game, if you send a message, Casper, it's gonna ask every player. Actually, hold on. Combat scene, filter message. Okay, yeah. So if the person sending a message is not the active player, we back out. And then we emit the signal player action. It passes the active player in the message. And essentially that signal is going to speak to every node until it finds the node who is the active player. That's all that does. That can't be it, though. Okay. So I'm gonna put a breakpoint here. We're gonna turn the game off, and we're gonna turn it back on. And for a moment, I'm gonna ask that y'all be very, very sparing with the messages, because every time we get one, actually no, this should be fine. This should be fine. Let's try this. You need to have a way to not actually complete the turn, but complete the turn. Blow on the cartridge. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, you're not gonna know who that is. Save. Okay. Just keep going. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, try this again. Because that was very, very wrong. F6. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Join. Hi, Arrow. We're having an issue where if a rogue uses the steal skill, it will immediately trigger the next person's turn with whatever command that was. And if you have multiple rogues back to back, it will chain these until it hits either an enemy or someone who is not a rogue. And I cannot figure out why. I don't know. I can't figure out how it's processing the next person's turn correctly and passing the same message to them. No idea. Rogue emits the same signal for turns. So the steal ability doesn't trigger the tweening to move back and forth, and when the tween moves the player back, it emits a signal called skill used. We're not doing that because we're not moving the player. So instead, we're just, after the steal function, we're emitting skill used, and it's still causing just fucking problems. All right, Wolby, it's your turn. No, the tween's not shut off in your other thread because we're never calling it. We're never calling that function to move to do the tweens. So that shouldn't be a thing that happens at all. Wolby, sweetheart. it's your turn. I know, you were interested in that Pokemon. For other attacks, not for the steal, that's the difference. Oh, Wolby, you are a rogue, aren't you? Nice, Alakazam, good catch. Casper had an idea. I don't understand the difference though. But the same thing happens at the end, shouldn't matter whether the signals are on a thread or not. I don't understand though. In other words, when the other attack fired off, it completes the signal emit after the animation is completed, which is done in another thread with the tween. That doesn't explain how it gets to the second person's turn though. Because we're not tweening in the first person's turn. When you do the signal emit in the steal function, it isn't being emitted in another thread. It's being done in the same thread that you're processing it at the same time. I'm trying really hard to parse what you're saying, because what you're saying, my brain goes, yes, that makes sense. That's not what the problem is. But then you're still telling me that's the problem. When you... Right, that's what I'm saying, Air. How's that double emitting? When you do the signal emit in the steal thread, in the steal function, it isn't being emitted in another thread. It's being done in the same thread that you're processing it at the same time. So emitting the signal and being processed in the same cycle. It waits for the processing of the animation to complete, which takes many frames to complete before the signal is final. I see what you're saying, Casper. I see what you're saying. So, okay. I think I see what you're saying. Because there's an amount of time. I see what you're saying. Okay, so we just put a yield then, right? Will we not just put a yield? I'm off to work. You haven't requested me. I will definitely let you know, Nami. I plan on getting through what you gave Jazz, because Jazz gave it to me. I will get that probably Friday, because I'm streaming every other day this week. But Friday I'll dig through, take a look and see what you got, and I'll definitely get with you if we need any changes. Yield for idle frame or use a tween to emit it after a delay. How would I yield for 1 frame? Okay, so I could do it in the steal function. Since you want to avoid yields, it has given us problems. You're right. Okay, so at the end of the steal, we'll say create tween to allow emit signal timing to process correctly. So var tween equals create tween. I kind of see what Casper's saying. I kind of see what he's saying. Melee attack, tweens create tween, and then we just need this. Well, not just that, but we will need that. In steel, we can go this. And here we need tween dot tween interval with a time of 0.1. I think I see what he's saying. It would cause you to think about it goes from P1 to P2 to P3. Exactly. It's just following coincidentally in the turn order. Okay. I saved it. Wolby, give it a shot. Go for the B space E2 and see what happens. Or E1 or E2. It doesn't matter which enemy you pick. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit. Okay, so Wolby not only skipped everyone here, but also himself. By the time the signal is emitted for steal, it has already updated the combat script. It has changed the active player to the next player in the chain, and it processes the same thing because it moves up the chain. Need to reset. Okay, let's reset. Let's reset. F6. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Join. We'll see what happens. I don't know. It kind of makes sense, because Arrow, let me see if I can explain it in a little bit better way, or at least a way that makes sense to me. So when we emit the signal for a player to take an action, so if the turn order is Wolby, me, you. If Wolby sends a message, it's going to pass the active player and the message to every node. This is how I have it set up. It's passing it to every node, and it's going to start, I'm assuming, down the list at player 1. So it gets to player 1, it says, this is the active player, this is the message that we're sending. Wolby says, I am the active player. I'm going to start processing stuff. So it goes through the processes. All of this is in the same frame of calculations. It goes to the steal function, we determine what we're stealing, and then we change the turn, which, while all the other nodes are waiting for the signal to get to them that says, are you the active player? It's already sent a message back to the combat scene and processed a change in who the active player is. Then, once Wolby's node is done, node 2 gets that signal and says, are you the active player? By then, the active player has now changed to match them since they're the second player. So then it starts processing their turn. And all of this is in the same frame of processing. So the other nodes hadn't had a chance to respond to that message yet. Whereas when we do melee attacks, Wolby's the first one to reach the signal. He does the melee attack. The melee attack will move frames, takes an amount of time to move there, come back. While that's happening, node number 2 gets the signal and says, are you the active player? And that says, no, I'm not the active player. So it skips, goes to the third node, are you the active player? And it says, no, I'm not the active player. And it just skips through all of them like that. I understand what you're saying, Casper. I understand. I think I got it. It's just because the other nodes haven't had the opportunity to respond to the signal yet. Why does it not break after getting the first yes? Because the other nodes haven't answered, and they all answer separately. They're not all waiting for the first person to answer. They're just all getting a phone call. Kind of at the same time. Wolby, it is your turn. Go for it. Yeah, the signals are essentially being blasted to everything, and anything that can hear it does hear it. Okay, so it's parallel, not serial. Yes. The responses are serial, but the signal is paralleled. Okay, so we hit a breakpoint. Null instance on type bool. Active player in enemies. It should not have gotten here. I am not in enemies. How did we get, if active player Falonir is in enemies, how did we get, you know, whatever. Okay. So that worked. Broke something else. Yeah, I don't know how that fucking happened. But by doing a tween for the smallest increment of time, it gave the other nodes the chance to say no. And now we've made it to turn 2. So now it's my turn and I don't have a buff. Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on. Remote player 2 node inspector. Status effects. Null and null. That's bullshit. I will be the first one to tell you that's bullshit. Okay, hold on. Steal. Let's, can we do that? Just to see what happens. Okay, so somehow I don't have the damaging attack bonus, but fucking everyone else does. B space E1. Why is he provoked? Hold on. Class check. What classes are everyone? Should always give nodes the chance to consent. God damn it, Wolby. Yeah, that's fair. So, Arrow, the reason why I don't is because we don't have the animations set up for that yet. Oh, that's a good point. If you are a warrior, then that means that it passed me, did you, got the provoke, they didn't take a turn, skipped Wolby again? Hold on. Enemy 1 node is provoked by player 3. Yeah. Okay. So it still skipped everyone. It just happened to land on me because I already have a stack and I haven't done anything yet. Yeah, so it definitely did Wolby's turn, did my turn, did Arrow's turn, somehow skipped the enemy, skipped Wolby, and went to me. So it looks like it was a complete turn. Yeah, we can add a turn. We can add a turn counter later. So, all right, let's close this. So the reason why we're not doing a tween to the enemy is because actually, no, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. Because I already started that actually in the, hold on. Get rid of that. This is melee attack. Target. Call the melee attack function. And right here, if stealing is false, instead of playing the melee attack, which is going to attempt to do damage, stealing equals false. This should work. We're gonna do this. I have a feeling that I had started this and just didn't finish it. Yeah, I don't think we need a turnover variable, because I think the whole point was, just like you said, is to move the player there and then come back. We just need to play an animation. Get ready to break stuff? Are we going to the stars? Okay, let's go to the stars. Wolby, did you figure out how to get YouTube to not pick you up anymore? Yeah, I just didn't want to trigger the melee attack because I don't want the enemy to like take any damage unless we're like doing damage. It would be pull from channel, exit a foul fan. Oh my goodness. Okay, Wolby, go for a steal. This should work. We're gonna see what happens. E space E1, we got our melee attack. I think that did it. The problem was that I took out the melee attack, which is what I needed to process the turn change like I wanted to. To be fair, could move the tweening to target part into a different function. Yeah, we could. However, we got it. We got it. We got it. C space E1 for the backstab. I should get the DPS bonus, maybe. Hold on, I haven't factored in the DPS bonus. So, okay, so now that we've got that working, the next part we need to do is apply buff value, and we need to do something with the value. Okay. You unfoobarred it. It only took an hour. Wolby, you're right. I'm sorry. It did take me an hour to figure this out. It only took me an hour to put back in the 9, or was it 12 characters that I took out before? Errors do be like that. Okay, so I made the point to pass the value. So this is the damage buff we would be passing. So it's a 20% damage buff for 1 turn to everyone. And we're passing DPS stolen thing. Stolen thing is the value of the buff. That would be the same if we were passing the value for the EXP buff, or if we were passing in the value of the damage for the attack, or the damage for the attack that we're doing. So I want to pass that to the players so that they know what they're getting. But they have to store it. It's okay. I'm glad you fixed it. I'm glad I'm glad we fixed it together. I'm glad that we fixed it together. Well, Wolby, you did get rid of a lot of them, to be honest. Okay. So when we pass that through in the apply buff section, if the buff is a DPS buff, we want to do something with the value. I guess I would... Let's just do it this way. Status effects. Effect. Status effects value. Shit. Damage? Damage bonus. That's what I want. Damage bonus. Damage bonus equals value. Okay. So if they have the DPS buff, then we need to reference a value for it. So we just take the damage bonus, add that to the status effects, and then attach the value to it, which is fantastic. I want a ban to bot. Wolby, you could just pick one. You have the website, you have the technology. Oh, question for everybody real fast while we're doing coding and non-gaming stuff. It doesn't help my bloodlust, this is true. It does help your bloodlust. How would you all feel about an impromptu Borderlands 3 stream with Jazz? Not y'all, me. How would y'all feel about watching an impromptu Borderlands 3 stream with Jazz? Me and Jazz together. Maybe. There you go, Wolby. We might even be able to get some of the other gremlins to come in with us and just kind of game out one night. How do y'all feel about that? Are y'all feeling it? We're gonna do a to-do stream, Wolby. I promise. I promise. Yes, for the game stream. Okay. Jazz, you and I officially... It doesn't have to be just me and Jazz. Bakuhatsu! Yes, the Bakuhatsu time. I've been neglecting a game stream for a while. I think it would be good to get a group together and just, you know, do some shoosting. And I'm curious how y'all feel about that. Y'all, are you in for it? Are you down? Are you down to clown? Get some pew-pews? Happy to join us, Film Scotland? We would be happy to have you there. Okay. I think we should schedule a Borderlands 3 stream, and we might even be able to schedule a Deep Rock Galactic stream too. I need to give y'all more gaming content, not just... Thank you for triggering the bedtime. I was looking for where the trigger came from. Yes, I think we could do some occasional gaming streams to break up the monotony of some of the coding. Monotonous for y'all. I enjoy it and also need to get it done. Yeah, not just me banging my head on the keyboard. Yeah, I want to bring y'all some actual content. So I think every once in a while we should do some game streams, whether it's Borderlands or Deep Rock or some other stuff. Reap Dog? Yeah, Jazz, we'll do some Reap Dog. Rock and Stone the Bone, you know it, Zenlu. Zenlu, you're welcome to join too as well, buddy. That is an open invitation to you. Mirror Mask, also open invitation to you. Arax, also open invitation to you. You know what? Hold on. I will catch that Swiss miss. Comic relief is good to have, exactly. You're not the comic relief, Zenlu. That's my job. That's my job. Okay. Jazz, you may want to... Well, how about this? You let me know when a good weekend day is for you, and you and I can schedule a thing. Yeah? Schedule a thing with me? Valley got complacent. I did. I let it go a couple times before I realized what was happening, and then I had to hit the button. Yeah, Jazz, just get with me and let me know when a good time is for you. We can definitely put something together. I think that would be good for everyone. I really do. Casper, welcome back. We got it fixed. I don't know if you remember, but when I was setting up the steal function, I had steal and then melee target right behind it. And I deleted this before we got started. I forgot that I did this for a reason. I put melee attack there so that we would do the melee attack, but not do the animation for hitboxes if stealing is true. Instead, we just send a chat message with some information that we aren't saving yet. I need to set steal message to be something so the chat message actually says something. So it turns out it was broken because I took out something that was supposed to be there that I had already set up for myself. So I'm really, really good at this. We can do a stream together on Chat Fighter next week. Get input, feature requests from chat too. During the week is not great for me because I'm still trying to like push out as much as I can on this game and also getting my community projects done on Wednesday. But we can definitely, you know what? I'm still letting this go. I don't know why I'm letting this go. I legit left as you did that, pretty sure. Hold on. You left as we did what? All the Rock and Stone times? Oh my goodness. Anyway. Hold on, because I just want to make sure we have... Are the Swiss misses still happening? Oh, yeah, remove the melee attack. Yeah, okay. So let's go to steal. Let's set steal message to be... Y'all are hard on these Swiss misses. For Carl, yes, we're gonna do all the for Carls. I had to go do stuff, and the last thing I remember was seeing you do, and they're moving it. Dang it, arrow. Okay, so we want to... Is it steal message? I already forgot. So steal message equals equals game name has granted a space, and then we want to do plus stolen thing times 100 quote percent DPS boost for one turn to everyone. Cam, yo, Valley hopes all is well. Sorry, I've been a... No worry, Wick. No worry at all. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're having a good day. Whatever's going on. I hope you're doing all right. Game name has granted a stolen thing times 100% DPS boost for one turn to everyone. Exclamation mark, close, save. Okay. Let's see if this works. Rename Wixen. Yeah, no worries. Well, Camdelin, good to have you here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. You're good. Shadow Command doesn't work from Falfan? I thought you were doing it from Falfan. So B space E2 Is this gonna send our message? Excuse me? How's the game coming along? It's coming along. It's coming along. I'm confused at the moment. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yep, that's what I wanted. String plus float, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, no, things are going good. We've got the primary skills, the level 1 skills for when I finish this class, we'll have 4 of the 7 primary skills completed. So that would be Druid, Warrior. Who do we get? It's Druid, Warrior, Wizard, and Rogue. We'll all have their level 1 skills working. We don't have like all the right animations and stuff in yet, but it's all there. All right, Zinlu, it's up to you, buddy. Save this. And we're gonna see if this works. I think Zinlu is still a warrior? Zinlu, I don't know what class you are. All right, so you got provoked. Okay. Love to see it. Hell yeah, dude. The game's coming along like super well. We actually have a 6.5 minute long tutorial video on like the fundamentals for the game. We have a listing on Steam for the game. It'll come out next year. And we have an official Discord server for the game as well, where people can go and meet the voice actors, the artists, the devs, and some extra really cool stuff for people that are looking for others that are playing the game as well. Rude, that didn't change the pick? Oh yeah, no, we're making progress. We are absolutely making progress. B space E2. It's my turn. It's still mad about this. Why is it still mad about this? Arrow Casper, what did I do wrong? I wrapped it in... Yes, and you can also follow the Foul in Your Fantasy category on Twitch, which is what we're streaming under right now.
Hey, look!
Oh. Yeah. Good point. I don't know why I did that. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate that. Yeah. I am just not paying attention. Okay. All right, Zinlu, up to you now, buddy. Thank you for the help, by the way. Yeah, I have zero issues with it's not backseating, you're just telling me that I'm fucking doing it wrong. Didn't know I could follow the yeah, no, it's super awesome. It's super awesome. Why do only 2 of us have the buff now? So when you take your turn, I've got to change the way it does processing. But when you take your turn, the buff will disappear. So I actually had to make it a 2-turn buff. I'm trying to think how we can make it. It's synchronized weird. So instead of stuff falling off when your turn ends, it falls off when your turn starts. So I had to actually give the 1-turn buff a 2-turn buff. Yeah, I had to give it 2 turns so that when it went to your turn, you'd lose a turn of it, but still have it, so it wouldn't go away. Maybe I could make the last thing that happens processing the countdown for turns, but I don't like that. I'd rather it be what happens when your turn starts. I'm still figuring it out. Wolby, it is your turn. That's the problem. For some buffs, it makes sense, but not for every buff. Player 2 is granted a 20% DPS buff for everyone for 1 turn. Yeah, I think that's the thing, is for debuffs, you want them to fall off when your turn starts. But for buffs... It chained again? You're right, it did chain again. Yeah, Arrow, I may have to do that. I may have to separate process buffs and process debuffs. Or not process, but countdown. Countdown buffs and countdown debuffs. I may have to separate those. So, here's the problem. Here's the problem. So, I don't know how to make them handle themselves, Arrow. I'm sorry. What is this? What am I listening to? What is this? I don't know what this is. Okay. So here's the problem. We're back where we started. We made it to where when the rogue steals, we use the melee attack to trigger whether or not the steal was a good steal. The problem now is if you fail the steal, we have to emit the signal through some other means. We can't use this to emit the signal. Buff scenes that and values when spawned. That sounds complicated. That sounds really complicated. It sounds really complicated, Arrow. It was a great steal. Amazing, even. Yeah, so emitting the signal inside this frame is causing us the same problem. Will I P1 work to heal Wolby, or is that not in yet? Zinlu, what class are you? Oh, IP1, inventory. No. We haven't done inventory yet. No, we haven't done that yet. We're working on it, but we haven't done that yet. Arrow, that may be something we can talk about later. Being able to get buffs and stuff to handle themselves. No. That if you try to use like IP something, it'll say that skill is unavailable. And I haven't started working on the Alchemist because it's the most complicated class that we have. So it's probably gonna be the last one that I do. Yeah, I'm sorry, Zenlu. But we need to find a way to have steals fail. And I kind of want to use the melee for that. Because we could have them, I don't know. Because I don't think I want to use this function to process steals. I kind of don't like it. Right, but then I have to add an extra thing in here that says if stealing is true, but did you actually get something? Like, are you trying to steal and got something versus are you trying to steal and didn't get something? So it just makes this one section right here a little bit more tedious. Could set up a move to animation function that does the tween movement and plays the attack or whatever animation. Right, but that would just be another function on top of everything we have. Add a bool argument that defaults to true and pass it false if it failed. I mean, yeah, I can. Because that's what stealing is. Stealing is just a Boolean. It's true if you stole something, it's false if you didn't. But now I have to have something for stealing. Did you try and succeed, or did you try and fail, or did you not try at all? And then it becomes like a 3-part thing. Add a bool argument that defaults to true and pass it false if it failed. Okay, so you're saying melee target success equals, what if I did false? I haven't pushed anything I've done today, but yes, Arrow. If you want, I can push everything I've done so far. Would that help? You want true by default because then you don't want to change any of your current calls. Oh, good point. Good point. Good point. Because they're always going to... Okay. Oh, it's going to default this to true. Okay, okay. And then we're going to tell it false. Okay. Okay. All right, give me just a second. Let me wrap my brain around this. So in this function, we would want to pass this, but we would want to pass false. Make a note here. Passing false because the steal failed. Processing that info in melee attack. Okay, so save that. In melee attack, we need to know if stealing is true, or if stealing is false. If stealing is false, oh, this, yeah. So steal is in more, okay. Rogue, Nope, that's not what I wanted. Stealing. Where is the damn... Yeah, it should just be stealing. Rogue. Stealing equals true. Stealing should be a variable that we're just holding. Yeah, stealing, okay, there it is. So now we say stealing is true. So we go here. And then we're gonna say if success equals false, we're gonna do some stuff. Else, we're just gonna do this. And we can probably just set that to always be true. Now, if success is false, we can say, why are you mad at me right now? Fine, I will not success. Oh, double E. Yeah, sorry, good point. So if success is false, we're gonna say chat connection dot send chat, and we're gonna say go back to rogue, and we're gonna take this right here. Get rid of this. Sorry, my brain locked up. Just for a second, it locked up. Okay. The steal failed, otherwise we send the message of what they actually stole. But it still uses the melee moving there and coming back. Yeah. Where do you set the steal message though? It's a variable that exists in the script, and we set it in the steal function. So the steal message would, right here for the loot index, when we match in the steal function, we set the steal message to be different depending on like what they are stealing. So we would have it say one thing if they stole something, if they got the DPS buff, it would say something different for the team EXP buff. Yeah, that's where it is. Okay. All right. So I think we got that part finished. I can't test this just a second because unfortunately, exclamation mark bedtime, it is past my bedtime. I have to go to sleep. So we are going to save here, and we are going to find someone to do a little raid to. Thank y'all for the help. I appreciate it. I was hoping we could get through the steal function a little bit faster, but unfortunately, I have to make large changes for every single one of these groups. So for the damage buff, we've had to make some big changes. For the experience buff, I'm going to have to make changes because I have to figure out how we're pushing save data back to the API to make sure that we're setting the EXP buff in the right location, because I either need to save it in the player scripts or in the combat script, and where I'm saving it changes how the whole process works. And then knowing how we're saving information to the API is relevant for saving catalysts and reagents and potions. And then doing damage is super easy. It just makes another modifier for the steal function inside the melee attack to know whether or not we're stealing and the steal that we're doing was an attack. So we're just doing all kinds of fun stuff. But really, genuinely, thank you all so much for being here. I thoroughly enjoyed today. We had a lot of fun. Tomorrow, we will hopefully be finishing the Swiss section of Super's tournament deck, and then we can move into single elimination and conversely double elimination. Really, really fun. It's time for me to get Godot Manager release after doing my testing and release notes made up. There you go, Casper. Get your good. I'm putting my thumb in the good right there. Congratulations on finishing it up too, Casper. You're doing great. Okay. Today, I think we are going to raid Time Enjoyed, because honestly, I haven't been to her chat in a long time. Longer than probably I need to. So I'm gonna let this ad play through. I'm gonna check and see where she's at in her stream. Time Enjoyed has been learning Python. We're doing incredible work. Oh, Yag! Oh my god! That last frame made it look like I was gonna throw up everywhere. Yes, speak of the Yag. Yag, thank you so much for coming in. For those of you that came in from Yag's stream, welcome in. My name's Falanier. My pronouns are he, him, and I am an indie game developer who's making an interactive, turn-based RPG dungeon crawler that's played through Twitch chat, YouTube chat, and Glymesh chat. I just said a lot of words. It's the coolest game that you'll ever play on Twitch. It's the coolest game that your viewers will ever play on Twitch because it is a viewer-played game through chat commands. Your viewers play it, you host it. It's super awesome. There goes your raid chance arrow. It's a lot of fun. We absolutely love it. Better than Twitch plays Pokemon? Oh yeah, better than Twitch plays Pokemon. If you want, check out, we have some videos. Oh, come on, exclamation mark FalFan, do it. There we go. Okay. So 3 links just got posted. The first one is to a 6.5 minute long foundational video on how the game functions, not how it will play when we're finished. We're currently still in development. We don't have a lot of the assets put together yet, but it gives you an understanding of how the game is played. The second link that was posted is to our Steam page. I was about to say stream page. It's to our Steam page where you can go and wishlist it, get updates when we get new content to put up there. The release date is May of next year, and you can join the official Falanier Fantasy Discord server where you can meet the voice actors, the game devs, the translators. You can meet the entire community that's really coming together to make this project come to fruition is the word I want to use, and I don't know why, but come to fruition. And it'll be a really good hub for people looking for streamers that are playing the game and for people to talk about it and stuff like that. So lots of really cool stuff coming around. Definitely check it out. We stream 3 days a week, but 2 of our streams every week are developing the game and programming it and testing it and all kinds of stuff. Comes out on my dog's birthday. She'll love this present. Yes. Good job, Pupper. You're the best. That's actually incredible, and I'm really glad to hear that.
I like to move it.
Leo,
Yeah, I like to.
thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Yag, I love you, and I appreciate you bringing your community here. I am so sorry. We are actually raiding out too. My stream should have ended 11 minutes ago. Exclamation mark bedtime. It's past my bedtime, so I have to go to sleep. But if you and your community would be so kind as to follow us to the next raid destination, always remember, if you enjoy the content that I make here, please hit that follow button. Feel free to hop into any of my socials. I talk about things that are important to me on Twitter. We continue all the discussions for stuff that we do here in our Discord server. I make YouTube content for people that like interactive tools and things that interactive tools that make your stream better. That's objective. I make SAMMI content, so it's an interactive tool that connects to Twitch and YouTube and OBS and can do really cool stuff in between all of those things. And if you want to financially support me, since I'm not affiliated through Twitch, you can support me on Ko-fi for as little as $1 a month. You can help me feed myself or keep these 2 specific lights on. I don't know, but if you want to support me, you can. To be fair, he was going to raid time anyway. Yeah. I'm in the process of getting a raid out here. But yeah, thank you so much for bringing your community. I genuinely appreciate it. Go get some rest, get something to eat, something to drink. Streaming is hard work, and I know I'm about to go collapse and get ready for tomorrow. So please join me for this raid. We're going to raid Time Enjoyed. Time has been working on Python. I haven't been in her stream in a while, so I don't actually know what's being worked on, but I hope we can go find out. Enjoy. Oh, please tell me I got this right. I think I got this right. And perfect, got it right. All right, if you would copy that raid message, follow us through into the next streamer, give them some love. Thank y'all so much for being here today. We will be back tomorrow to do some tournament deck stuff where I'm making a deck for a community member that, by me. I'm making a deck for a community member that wants to run and host tournaments through chat commands. So it's really cool. We're having a lot of fun. Y'all come through, say hey, ask questions if you want. Otherwise, stay safe, stay hydrated. I love you if no one else does. Always know that I do. Someone always loves you. I shouldn't have said it that way. But y'all have a great night. All right, how do I do this? I do this, I do this, I do this, and then I do this. There we go.
People who are out at cafes, yeah, have their laptop stuff. Oh, techie girl, hey! Sketchy Tonin? Clever techie girl. How are you? Shout out to techie girl. What are you up to? Work? Use Proton? I've used Proton. Modern name Kevin Mitnick. I am the modern day Kevin Mitnick. I heard of Kevin Mitnick when I was like looking up social engineering. And like I wanted to read his autobiography, but the reviews on it were just very not good. Serotonin. Who are you? Use VPNs to create virtual connections between wait, hold on. You got a raid. You got raided. Casper Dragonwolf, hello. Oh, you're Axie. Wait. Oh, you guys all know Falonier. Falonier, I haven't seen you online in ages, I feel. It could be me. But did you take a hiatus? How are you? Dude, I remember when I first started coding, learning to code, I realized Falonier, who was like, are you an artist? Like, from our art group. Have you seen Crafty Katza? I haven't seen her in a while. Anyways, your stream schedule changed with the work such. Fair enough, fair enough. If you're not looking, could be. Yeah. I get too many notifications. Yeah. My Twitch life has, like, not been as consistent as before. Switched to all the early intro streams. Aww. Yeah, right? How are you doing? What did you stream? What did you work on, Falonier? Mirror Mask, hey! How are you? I was just saying, Falonier is like the first coder who was like the overlap with art. It was weird. Anyways, I need to give a shout out to Axie, who is a game dev, and Mirror Mask, who does watercolor art. Ahmedolud, hello, welcome in. Okay, we were talking here a little bit about VPNs. So I'm gonna just finish this conversation. Do you guys use VPNs? Do you guys use Raspberry Pis? Virtual connections between networks. For example, if you're out traveling and you wanted to connect to a machine that you run at home, but you don't want to expose your computer at home directly to the internet where it could be compromised, you could create a VPN to your home network that would allow you to create an unencrypted tunnel. Okay. Yeah, because you'll be using like unreliable networks. That makes sense. And that's a good idea. I do want to like understand how to use remote desktops more so I can like access this particular computer in other places. We nerdy, we always Google stuff. And all the nerds! Raspberry Pi can act as a VPN client for your home network when connecting to a third party, as all permutations are possible. Permutations in the same sentence as VPN client? That's... You use Arch. Wait, what is Arch? Check my game category. Oh, okay, hold on. What are you doing? Oh, fantasy. Falonier fantasy. Did you just make your own Twitch category? My Twitch life is non-existent while I battle the war of ISPs, internet service providers. Oh no, I'm sorry, Casper Dragonwolf. That's an awful battle. I'm scared. Use VPN for work. Okay. internet security, which is something I think I don't think about enough. So I guess that's why I wanted to just bring that topic into my brain. VPN through PIA. What is PIA? RPI. What was fast? No one wants information on your computer anyways. Well, we don't know anything about anyone. You don't know. We can't make these assumptions, Ryundo. Ryundao? Right? Chris Griffin wants all the information. And we are in the dev category. We got a lot of people who hack, probably surrounded by other hackers. I don't know. I know I need to be more security conscious. Are you doing a lot of traffic? Just a little for me, but well, I personally want to use the VPN. I don't know. I feel relatively like safe, but maybe I'm ignorant. Oh, you made a game called Falloneer Fantasy? What? That's so cool. Wait, that's why all the game people are with you. You can host all these services yourself. I see. It's releasing next year? What? Wait, oh. Oh, did this begin as a game jam? If you guys have games that you'd like to share, I have a game channel in my Discord that needs some love. This is the first entry, Night at the Orphanarium, made by Steve. I'll have to play it at some point, but yeah, share the games. I'm curious. Here you come, hack me? No. I don't want to make enemies. You are the hackermans. I think someone has just straight up come into chat once and been like, "Oh, I've hacked you." Trash Ruffy, okay, thank you. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for the raid. It was lovely seeing you. I didn't know you knew so much about like these little devices. See you around. You've never done a game jam? Oh. That's alright. You're making an actual game that you're releasing. Looks like it's gonna be a full-on project. You made a channel called Falloneer. You made a category called, oh, wait, sorry. Okay. Discord channel. If we go to will it show your indie games? Let's see. Discord. Oh, look. Doesn't show. Right here. It's new! Today is the first entry. So yeah, you can post a game here. Your game doesn't sound like that indie. It might seem bigger, but we also have like your projects. You want to put it there. Steam? Is it on Steam? Falloneer Fantasy? That's so cool! Oh my goodness! I'm not sure what constitutes an indie game. Me neither. I'm not sure. But if I put your game, that might be confusing. There's like a lot of different game categories, I suppose. Ooh, pixel art. Dungeon crawler played via Twitch chat. Oh my god! That's so cool! Twitch chat is gonna play it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Check out Falloneer's stream. I know I'm going to for a game controlled by Twitch chat. Chat Falloneer once more. Once you have some service running at home that you want to check on when you go on vacation, you may want a VPN at that point. Oh, okay, that makes sense. It means that you and friends are pretty much the only party working on it. Oh, okay, Waitel. Alright, yeah, we'll call that a indie game then, if it's just you and your friends working on it. And how you doing, Waitel? Already on Steam. So currently, I'm checking if this works right here. Does this work? I have to do, and I have a page called to do. Okay, if I click on to do, okay, it doesn't work. What's the problem? No get, no post, no files. Okay, so to do did not pass in items. Items do not get passed in, even though I thought I like created it. To-do list is not defined. Okay, let's look at why it's not defined. Maybe there's no, oh, because I didn't connect it to a foreign key, possibly is the problem. Item. There we go. Maybe that's the problem. Let's redo this. To do. Item! Item showed up so good. I'm Menja. Hello, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you? I've been calling myself a game dev for about a year now, transitioning to call myself an indie dev. Oh. Wait, did you work on games? Wait. You were calling yourself a game dev? Right, you did used to make Twitch game overlays, but now I guess that's like a game dev, just a general game, but now like indie feels like more of a production for you. Then you're 100% indie. That makes sense. Casper, Arrow, and I are doing it. Oh my god, wait, the three of you together? Wait, Casper, you're working on the game too? Google Cloud? Or checking services that you're running at home? Indie game is anything made without a publisher. Okay, I like that explanation too. Cause there are some like really big indie games with like a lot of people working on it, I think. I don't know. I guess it's subjective. Yeah, cameras. When I travel, I can connect to the home VPN and view the cameras. If I didn't want to use a cable mod, we can run. Oh, cameras. Okay, I could see how you'd want that to be like viewed securely. If I want to use a cable mode, I can run it on a Pi instead, but that's more work. I am learning that the Pi is a lot of work. And you guys are all like workaholics, I feel, so it's like extra work. Generate a text file on your computer and save it to Google Cloud for a service. But it sounds like they're saying like an actual like, I don't know, monitoring automated system. Google is terrible and I'm slowly purging them from my life. It's like such a big, like daunting task slash claim. Probably have a connection from the to-do list objects. Okay, so I only have one item is what it looks like. That's all my items.